Hi, my name is Dorothy, and I am a prison survivor. I am formerly incarcerated and a felon convicted through plea bargain. This video is actually a response to a video made by a gentleman who calls himself the Articulate Grunt. In the video, he's talking about the school lunch problem and the reduction of soldier dietary rations. Both are totally unacceptable and definitely need to be addressed. But then toward the end of the video, he mentions that prison inmates, are being fed 3 nutritious, balanced, hot meals a day at the expense of children and soldiers. My immediate reaction, and probably the immediate reaction of any person who's ever been incarcerated, was deeply emotional. What prisons have you been hanging out in, Articulate Grunt? Where's this magic food vault of balanced, nutritious, hot meals? Because I never saw it, and I never heard of it. But the Articulate Grunt makes his point with facts and figures, so I thought I'd better get some facts and figures of my own to refute his statement. So I looked it up. The average cost per day to feed an incarcerated person, average cost is $1.84 per day per person. Not per meal, per person. In Arizona, it's about 60 cents. In Connecticut, it's $1.54. Tennessee, where I was incarcerated, it's 90 cents a day. At 3 trays a day, 3 meals, that's 30 cents per tray. In Alabama, they've gotten it down all the way to 40 cents per tray, but they do it through the use of prison farms. So any produce that the incarcerated eat while they are locked up is produced by inmates on prison farms. If they don't grow it, they don't get it. And whatever is grown on those farms has to feed the entire prison population in every facility in the state of Alabama. That's kind of a scary thought. Now, in several states, lunches for prisoners have been completely eliminated, and there's much discussion by the Congressional Committee on Prisons to actually eliminate lunches in federal prisons as well. So here's what I was able to find. In Tennessee, prison inmates, state prison inmates, are given only 2 meals on Saturday and Sunday. In Texas, lunch is not served at all. In Georgia, Indiana, and Ohio, lunch is not served on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And in Massachusetts and Wisconsin, there are no hot meals. Oh, and let me explain to you what it means when a prisoner is fed a hot meal. One of 2 things. 1, the meal is cooked but served cold because it's been sitting on an assembly line waiting to be slid into a tray carrier and taken to the units. Or 2, the meal is cooked and it's served so hot it's inedible. Literally able to burn your mouth and cause a serious medical issue. However, you are given only 20 minutes to eat. That is the standard average eating time throughout the entire system of incarceration. State prisons, county jails, federal prison, everywhere. 20 minutes is the average requirement. So if your food doesn't cool in 20 minutes, or you can't wolf enough of it down at the expense of the inside of your mouth, you don't eat that meal. Also, skipping meals is detrimental, because if you skip 3 meals in a row, in most facilities, that's a write-up. It's considered a hunger strike, and they can put you in administrative segregation, the whole solitary confinement, for those of you who aren't familiar with prison terms, for medical observation or psychiatric observation, indefinitely, for as long as they want, because you chose not to eat what was served to you. You're also not permitted to share food. That is a write-up for bartering, and that's also a disciplinary problem for which you could receive time in segregation. And it can also lead to allegations that you are carrying on a romantic relationship with someone in your facility, at which point you can be charged with prison rape. Yeah, because there's no consent behind bars, legally speaking. Also, all extra trays are usually thrown in the trash. Now, there are some officers who will give away the extra leftover food that people have refused, especially at breakfast. A lot of people don't wake up for breakfast, and that's not really enforced. in most places. But the official line is, if they're not going to eat it, throw it away, because it eliminates arguments over who got more and fairness and all kinds of things like that. So, articulate grunt, there's my facts and figures, my anecdotal evidence, and my personal experience. Believe me, the children and the soldiers are not going without food that is benefiting the inmates. The food the inmates are being given is completely dismal, and they're getting much, much less of it than you may believe. So, if you have anything to say, please say so. Like or dislike below, leave comments, tell me how you feel. There will probably be more prison survivor videos, so keep an eye out. Thanks guys, have a nice night.